Guys, JP here from Pulse Pythons. Do apologize, we haven't been around for a while. We obviously did the rodent video, which was under JM Rodents, which is something we did a few months back, showing the guys to do with the mice, African soft furs and the rats, and the basics around that. Still learning a little bit about the editing of the videos and stuff, so this is going to be one of those uncut videos again. Welcome to my snake room. 10 months in progress, and we're doing pretty well. I did want to do the video regarding new breeders and how they get into it and how they sort of get their snakes and things like that. I have got a little bit further than that though. We've got about 13 clutches already this season. 3 more clutches coming, I'm hoping. Those are my clutches I'm really looking forward for. Those are my head clown clutches as well as my exanthic banana clutches. We have had a Jester Clutch which is already hatched, which I'll show you guys. I'll just take 1 or 2 out quickly. It's my hatchling rack. So these are what we would call a sort of a Firefly Jester. So that is pastel, fire as well as Jester. So that is what we've got. We've got 2 of them in our clutch, so they are pretty good. They've just shed out. They haven't actually eaten yet. So this is one of the holdback males. Then we've got another little girl. This is a fire Jester. So she also has just hatched out. They haven't even had their first meal yet. But you can see Jester's a project in South Africa that we're busy working on. That is something new, sort of like Gene X, the way I've been told, the way it is in the UK and America. So it's a good, exciting project to get involved in and see what happens from there. So obviously a few little baby holdbacks for us for the future, and see what the Jester gene actually does. With a lot of snakes. I've got a yellow belly orange dream Jester as well that's going to be going next year, and I'll be putting her to something, well, I don't even know yet, something to try and prove out those genetics. I don't want to put pied or clown in because obviously the het has an influence on the hidden gene, so to speak. So I want to play with a couple of the base morphs, see where we go from there, and then build up something, prove something, and move on from there. Then we've got another clutch, my second clutch, which was literally a mochi, which is a Mojave Enchi, which is 100% het green ghost male that we got from the reptile company from Steve Ellis. He was my boy. He was used in the season, and then also the most expensive snake that I own, my first ball python ever, and she was just a normal, something that I actually looked after, healed up. She had a huge gash on the side of her. Her name is Bella. If I can find her quickly, and here she is. Bella laid a beautiful 6 eggs for me, of which 1 was a bit of a dud. Bella's a very dark snake, but she's also one of my favorites. If you can see over there, just there is the big gash that she had when I had her as a hatchling. Bella's around about 3 years old now. She's got a very dark sort of gene to her, and that's something that I really like. So I want to see next year, I'd like to put maybe GHI, maybe blackhead, something like that to her, to see if the darkness holds. I am holding back all of her babies as well, just to be able to see if there's anything in her. Bella, excuse me, Bella, when I got her, looked like a normal ball python, and when she reached around about the 2-year mark, Bella got very dark, actually darker than what she is now. And when she was full of eggs, she was even darker than this. So she's a very black, sort of, her blacks are very black, and then obviously the highlights around her alien heads are quite nice and quite prominent. If you can see the white that's sort of going around her. This is literally my most expensive snake. She's priceless. She will never ever leave my collection. So Bella, put her in here for a second. Bella was mated to the Mojave Enchi, Mojave Enchi see if he doesn't bite me. It's up to his water bowl. Right, so this is a mochi. A mochi is a Mojave Enchi, and his mother is also a visual green ghost. So he carries, obviously, the genetics. He's 100% het green ghost. So his babies, if I'm correct, would be 66% het. So I'm hoping that one of his girls will hold the het. We do have 3 girls and 2 boys out of the pairing. And of that, we're going to see what happens. I'm hoping to hit green ghosts eventually in the next sort of 3 years or so. He's busy putting up weight as well. He bred to 3 girls this season. Really, really, really good boy. And obviously one of our keepers. Let's put him back into his tub. Come, boy. Right, then just to show off a couple of babies. Obviously all of them are in shed at the moment, which is just a normal YouTube thing, I suppose. We hit 2 Mojaves, we hit 2 Enchis, and we hit 1 Mochi. So we can start off with obviously an Enchi. This is an Enchi, as you can see, full shed. And you can see it there in the eyes. So this is a girl, obviously a holdback. Then we've got another Enchi, which is also a girl, and again in full shed. These are going to be shedding out sort of in the next day or so, and then I'll be able to do another update video with regards to them. Then we've got a nice Mojave boy, and obviously the colors aren't showing as nicely as what I wanted to. The Mojaves, the one male is much darker than the other male, which you'll see obviously when they shed, and that is something that I'm looking forward to. Obviously holding back the male that's the darkest, hoping that mom's dark genes take over. And then we've got a Mochi, also a girl, also a holdback, which I'd like to eventually put back to dad, make super Enchis, super Mojaves, things like that for the future. So these are our little holdbacks for now, for this clutch. Then just a quick update on some of the other things that we're busy working with. So obviously we've got a genetic stripe boy, which I'm hoping is going to be picking up a nice weight. We've still got, what, about 6 months before we can go into the next season. He is one of last year's babies, so I'm hoping that he can work for us as well. A little bit fiery. He's only been with us for a couple of days, but a beautiful snake nonetheless. Then we've got, trying to escape here, got a beautiful clown girl. This clown girl we purchased at the last Reptile Expo, the SOS Expo, which was held at the casino here on the East Rand. And yeah, this was purchased from Ray. This is going to be something very, very, very nice for us for our future breeding projects. Looking forward to doing the clown projects and obviously taking that to Banana, Desert Ghost, Pied. I'm a leopard fan. I want to produce a leopard Enchi spot nose yellow belly female, and then put that to black pastel, red stripe, clown, etc. And see how it goes from there. But this is also one of our beautiful little girls, growing nicely, getting nice and fat. And then obviously the cream of our little crop. This is a pied boy. He is 100% het VPI exanthic. So it's not what you would call a lightning pied. Maybe we should change the name to a thunder pied or something like that. I mean, VPI, I enjoy VPI and the exanthic gene. So I don't see why they can't get credit as much as the SKs and all of those MJs. But yes, another little beautiful boy that I'm hoping is going to be ready for next season. Growing nicely. He's currently on around about 350 grams. And I'd like to see him get to at least the 700-800 gram mark in the next 6 months, so that I can use him. He is also from last year's breeding. Let me put this boy back. Then something else I wanted to show, which is obviously a little bit high over there. We've also got Everybody's Against the Spider gene. Just get rid of this cocoa husk. Right, so this boy is a killer Mojave spider. He's also he's actually a pet. He's my son's ball python. He also comes from the reptile company from Stephen Ellis. He was a gift for my son for his first ball python. The spider gene is a little bit overrated at the moment. People are not liking it really. But to be honest with you, they make pretty snakes. And I mean, this is proof. This is, as I said, super pastel Mojave spider boy. I mean, look at that white. Look how it's climbing up on the side there. That is also a future project for my son's projects going forward. Let's put him back. And then another snake from the reptile company. This is a beautiful boy. He's going to go on to about 3 girls next season. This is a firefly, which is fire and pastel. He's also het candy, and he's also het hypo or ghost, which is something that I'm really looking forward to. I've got a couple of het girls that I want to put him onto next season and prove them out, and obviously prove him out as well. We put him back. And then that's just a few snakes that I want to show now. So we want to put out a video sort of every week, show our progress. I've got a couple of more hatchlings coming out. Like I said, 13 clutches in the cooker. We've got 3 clutches that still need to come, still need to be laid. So in the next week or so, my blue-eyed leucistic clutches should be coming out, which is my butter Mojaves. Then I've also had a pastel pied boy, which went onto a 100% het pied girl. So I'm hoping to prove her out as well. 5 eggs there, so I should get at least 2 pieds if I'm lucky. From there, we've got some more bells. We've got some mystic potions coming. We've got purple passions coming. We've got hypos coming. Visual clowns. The rest. So, guys, please stick around, see how we go. I do apologize. Like Billy would say, mutation creation slacking. I'm not even wearing any of my own logos. So we will be getting our own t-shirts sorted out. We will be getting some logos coming up soon. And we'll see you guys at the expo. Follow me for all this stuff. You know what, the good and the bad. I want to be able to put out there everything that can go wrong. How much we've spent, how much we've made, what we feed, what our feed costs are. Heating issues, sicknesses. Buying snakes from people that aren't reputable, you know, the whole thing with it. And that's about my wrap up for my first video. I know it's not as good as it's going to be, but we're going to get better. So follow us, and we hope to see you guys soon again. Thank you so much, and see you again. Cheers.